this UCHG Big Talk is in association with the Buddha Flake. Protects the evil spirits.
It should be sponsored by your beard.
No. So this is the first ever kind of like comparative Big Talk, I suppose.
Well, I suppose we compared in all the rest of them, but this is the first one where we've actually put one series up against another.
It's a head-to-head. It's the Call of Duty series versus the Medal of Honor series. We're probably going to get like bummed on YouTube for this.
Despite the fact that we play a lot of consoles all the time, we are not going to talk about a single console version.
Nope.
We're only going to talk about the PC versions of both these series because they're the only ones that actually matter. To be honest,
Medal of Honor Allied Assault was the first kind of like hugely popular World War II first-person shooter. Before Call of Duty was on the scene, It was Medal of Honor. Allied Assault was like the first game I ever played LAN. It was the first game to be kind of like semi-realistic in terms of like the bullet impacts and all that kind of stuff. And it's just epic, actually, to be honest.
it's like playing a movie. It's like playing a war movie. And the reason that I think we loved it so much when we first played it is because we'd only just started watching Saving Private Ryan, because that had only come out, I don't know, like a couple of years before.
1997, I think, was Private Ryan.
But that kind of captured the spirit of that film, and of all the World War II films that you've ever seen to that point. You get to do Omaha, you get to do beach landings, you get to do all this crazy shit behind enemy lines.
I mean, also, it's got to be good because we played it from start to finish in one sitting and two of us nearly didn't make it.
Oh, yes.
It's Hollywood. It was the first Hollywood-esque title. Before all this sponsorship with EA and like music from Eminem.
No cutscenes.
No cutscenes and no sign of set pieces. You had the dressing up as a German. With the papers.
The papers, yep.
Papers which often got mistaken for a pistol.
Or grenade.
I didn't really play its main competitor, Call of Duty. I didn't like it.
The first one, you mean?
Yeah, the first Call of Duty. You played it and you raved about it.
Yeah, because it felt like a good answer to the Medal of Honor series, in that it seemed slicker and more fluid. And when you there was the first game that I played where you actually had iron sights. You could bring the gun actually up to your face with an aim button. Couldn't do that in Medal of Honor.
Yeah, you say it was more slicker and it was smoother. I thought it was really clunky and slow. I hated the way they moved.
The one thing that was a direct response to Medal of Honor was they must have looked at Medal of Honor and thought, okay, Omaha was pretty cool and the beach landings. Let's do Stalingrad.
Oh man!
So they did that, and that was like the equivalent.
Medal of Honor came out with some expansion packs, which were amazing. Spearhead, it's amazing because it brought in Bastogne, and by this time, Band of Brothers had come out.
Yeah. It also integrated a feature into Medal of Honor, which was melee. You didn't have a melee attack.
You could clap people.
You could now get your rifle and smack people with it. So that's pretty cool. But for me, the expansion packs, this is where Medal of Honor started to lack. Like, the first game is so epically brilliant that then the rest of it seemed like an afterthought. But Call of Duty 2, I don't really remember it.
Call of Duty 2 was the Call of Duty I started playing. That was the one that got me into that series. Yeah. I led the Brengans with the iron sights and the Thompsons and all that sort of stuff. And that was the one that got me into it, Call of Duty 2.
Did it have any kind of epic level?
That's the thing though. It was very playable, it was very enjoyable, it was not very memorable.
I can't remember a single level from it.
I've not gone back and played it since I completed it. It's on my X-Fire report. It took like 4 hours to complete, I think, but I'm not...
All I remember is the name of the add-on, United Offensive.
Is that just a general term for Americans? Yeah, Call of Duty 2 then. That's the sign of a game, isn't it? Medal of Honor, Spearhead,
every level.
You remember it. You can almost draw the picture with the map. Call of Duty 2, something to nothing, really.
Do you remember any of it, Rob?
To be honest, the only memories I have of Call of Duty 1 or 2 are the multiplayer that we did. I only remember a very small amount of that. There's the one level that we did the hotboxing on. Not even Call of Duty.
That was Medal of Honor,
yeah. So, no, I don't remember anything.
So the bit that you remember Call of Duty wasn't Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Call of Duty you do remember. You'll remember World at War.
Yeah, I definitely remember that. I remember 3 as well because I played that one a bit more because I had it on the... Well...
Didn't come out on PC.
No, but I did play it on... yeah, because it's on PC games.
The only one you remember we're not going to talk about.
No, that's the first one I remember, should I say. The first Call of Duty.
So Pacific Assault came first.
Pacific Assault was first, and what a letdown that was. I mean...
Pacific Assault, just like Pearl Harbor, sucked.
And then Call of Duty World at War, not actually much of an improvement over that.
No, I mean, I did play through it, and I enjoyed the experience, but it just didn't grip me. I mean, it just felt like you were going through the motions. There wasn't really anything that sort of
That pretty much sums World at War up. You were just going through the motions.
Yeah.
Shoot some Japs, move along, shoot some Japs. Yeah, but I really
you like-
enjoyed the Russian levels. That PPSH 44 was amazing.
Yeah, the Russian levels were better.
Yeah, the overall thing.
And obviously, the
Taking-
Russian levels spawned the Battle Bonanza blowout.
Yeah,
I like to
true,
think
yeah.
of Call of Duty World at War of like suffering from what I call Half-Life syndrome.
Mm.
Half the game was good, the other half was
Yeah,
crap.
that's true. Yeah.
So the Japanese levels was
That
there.
was them.
I suppose Medal of Honor then came back at us
Yeah, the
with,
Medal of Honor.
with Airborne, which was superb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great.
Airborne was just off the hook for three main reasons. The parachuting was immense.
Mm-hmm.
The weapon upgrades were really cool. So you had like match ammo, long barrels, sights and stuff,
Yeah.
and gammon grenades.
Yeah.
Them gammon grenades or something else. And the thing about Airborne though was, the Stormtrooper Nazi with the MG42 was rubbish.
Yeah.
But the lean function was cool. The
Yeah.
controls were amazing. The
Yeah.
weapons sounded awesome. You didn't want to let go of the Garand because it was just, you could lean out and go pow.
And
Like,
suddenly it was
Love
like
that around.
it was practically freeform. You know, like Medal of Honor to that point and Call of Duty has just been get from point A to point B. Suddenly Airborne was like, here you go, here's a combat zone. Poof, you're chucked in the middle of it. You've got to just choose where the hell you're going to try and take and do it.
then the split happened, didn't it?
Mm.
Then the change, because Call of Duty stepped away from World War II
Yeah.
and went for Modern Warfare. So Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, the biggest title in the history of third-person shooters. But that was something else. That was.
It was like playing a movie.
Yeah. And let's not forget Soap McTavish.
And Soap McTavish, possibly the best name for a
Yeah.
hero ever.
Gotta love the soap.
The good thing about Modern Warfare was it was Hollywood, but it wasn't too Hollywood.
Mm.
It was good. You had like when the nuke goes off and the Chinook spins out of control, and
Yeah.
you're like guy
Yeah.
holding on to the end, he flies on his own. Yeah, it is Hollywood.
Mm.
But then look behind that, and it's a gritty, good first-person shooter.
I know you said like Modern Warfare 1 was very Hollywood style and very cinematic. Well, they kind of went over the top with Modern Warfare 2. with
Shit
that.
is that explodes everywhere.
And it was really short.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It
incredible.
was like 5 hours to complete it.
Not even that.
I think it took me 5 hours on Veteran.
And of course, you had the infamous shoot all the hostages in the airport,
Oh yeah,
No.
the level that you were allowed to skip.
because that hit all the headlines. And for some, we were just like,
I don't see what the big deal is. Yeah.
We've been killing hostages since Counter-Strike was around.
But I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I go back and play it.
Oh
again.
man, I played through that game God knows how many times, and I agree it is a short campaign, but it's short enough to make it replayable. So they've gone over a fine line, but they've
Yeah.
hit it in the
There's
right
no
place.
filler. There's no filler. Every level's kind of considered
For me-
and measured out.
For me though, if you had to put the game in a short sentence, it would be AC-130 gun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But then obviously,
Very cool.
Medal of Honor had to step it up.
And they've done the very annoying thing of just calling it Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I
From
adore
a
it.
gun nerd's point of view, it's pornographic. But from a first-person shooter's point of view, it's epic.
It's very
I
cool.
love it. I played it through twice within like 4 days of having it.
It was so much of a difference to like any other first-person shooter because they tried to make it real. There was no cutscenes really. There was no gimmicky shit in it.
It's respectful, but it's good, it's fun, and it's not kind of a load of Hollywood bullshit. It doesn't turn around and go, everybody from the Middle East is evil and bad. I didn't want another Modern Warfare
No.
shooter. I wanted something different, and they delivered.
I'm glad they did that. The thing is, and we talk about this off camera all the time, is that a lot of games these days are built gimmicky for the Xbox generation, as it's known.
Yeah.
And Medal of Honor even didn't do that. They went back to the roots. They wanted something authentic. They wanted something you could sort of sit down and play for a while, and it wasn't gimmicky. And I think
And
that's
it's
the
full
thing.
of awesome beards.
I completely agree with everything, but it's kind of hasn't quite got the spirit of the original Allied Assault.
Oh no.
It's still, obviously, their producers and chief execs have looked at Modern Warfare and gone, that game's doing well, we've got to do one like that, and they've done it.
So the question is then, whose side of the fence you on?
If you say over the entire series,
You're not allowed to not know. You have to pick Call of Duty or Medal of Honor.
Alright, I'll go first. I'm going to be firmly in the Medal of Honor camp, absolutely 100%. Because although things like Breakthrough, Spearhead, not that good, Medal of Honor, Allied Assault.
exactly. This is what's going to pull me. It's basically the
That's-
newest one, and Allied Assault, what really pull Medal of Honor for me. I may
So-
have to agree with Fen, I think, and say Medal of Honor because although Call of Duty has got some good parts in it, because Treyarch made World at War and Black Ops, it's kind of ruined the series.
And you.
It's Medal of Honor.
You didn't even hesitate.
So it's Medal of Honor. Simple as that. It's gotta be. Till I die. Oh my god.
Say to me, papers.
Papers?